Hello, class. Today we are going to read an awesome book called Observe It. The title of this book is Observe It. It is written by Asa Sharkway, and it is all about observing different things in our world. So we're going to read it, and this is the cover, and we're going to go to the next page. Exploring our world. How do ice cubes feel? What does thunder sound like? What colors are the leaves in fall? We use our senses to answer most of those questions. Most people have 5 senses: sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing. Our senses help us explore and learn about the world around us. Scientists use their senses to learn too. Scientists are people who study the natural world. The natural world including living and non-living things such as people, animals, rocks, and water. Observe with your senses. To observe is to use your senses to learn more about things. Look for a rock outside. Pick it up. It feels hard in your hand. You might see dirt on it. You can see its color and shape. You are observing the rock using your senses or sight and touch at the same time. An observation is the information and details you get from using your senses. The more details you get by observing, the better you can understand something. Scientists use their observations to ask questions that will help them learn new information. They collect and record this information. Making observations. Scientists make observations using one or more of their senses. Which senses could you use to observe this flower? What kinds of observations could each sense help you make? You could notice the color. You could feel the soft, smooth petals. The flower may smell good. These are all observations. Tools that help observe. Some things are too small to see or too soft to hear using only our senses. Tools make what we are observing bigger or louder so we can observe more closely and learn more information. This boy is looking through a hand lens. A hand lens is a tool that makes things look bigger. It helps us observe things closely. Seeing things closely helps the children make observations with more details. Tools for measuring. Another way scientists make observation is by measuring. So when we go outside and we're going to measure rocks, we might weigh it with a scale or we might measure it with a ruler. That is a tool for measuring. To measure is to find out the size or amount of something. Measurements are important. They give more details on observing with just our senses. A balance measures how heavy something is. A thermometer measures how hot or cold something is. You can see the ruler, the balance, the thermometer. There's different ways to measure things. Record it. It is important for scientists to record their observations. They share the information they record with other scientists. You can record your observations in many ways. Some scientists use pictures and words. Some scientists record observations using numbers. Charts, graphs, and tables help organize and compare observations such as measurements. It is all in the details. Scientists are careful to make good observations. Careful observations can be checked by other scientists. A good record helps prove to other scientists whether or not the observations answered a question. Data A, 6 legs, 2 feelers, 3 body parts, 2 eyes, brown body, 1 inch long. Data B, legs, feelers, brown and dark little body. Observe the properties. Objects have properties or characteristics that we can observe and describe using our senses. Properties are things such as size, color, weight, shape, and texture, or how things feel. It is easier to describe and compare objects by sorting them into groups based on one or more of their properties. Grouping objects helps how they are alike and different. Groups and classifying. Scientists observe the properties of objects and ask questions to help classify or group them. Just how we're about to go outside and take rocks and classify them by their characteristics. This is what that's talking about. Properties: soft, heavy, floats, cold, alive. So these are different properties of the items in this group. See on your own. A magnet is a tool that attracts materials with iron in them. A property of some objects is that they are magnetic. That means when they are attracted to or will move toward a magnet when placed next to one. You can observe this yourself. Get a magnet and collect different objects from around your home. Choose 10 objects such as ruler, a popsicle stick, a piece of jewelry, a shoebox, a mug, a piece of string, and some paper clips. So we are going to go outside and we are going to do this. So we're not going to do magnets, but we will do rocks in this lesson. But that was a great book and we learned all about different ways to observe as scientists.